Hi guys, Ange here. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you some eyeshadow palettes that I got from a company that I've never tried their eyeshadows before. They are very affordable and they do ship worldwide. Well, they must do because they ship to little old New Zealand. I will confirm that in a link here. The company I'm talking about is Colourpop, and I recently received 3 eyeshadow palettes and their no filter concealer that I thought I would try. And I have created this eyeshadow look today using the palette Double Entendre. I was really impressed and surprised with this palette, and that video will be posted later this week. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look, you can check that video out later in the week. So the palettes that I got was Dream Street, which is a collaboration with Kathleen Lights. I got Double Entendre, which is the palette that I'm wearing at the moment, which is all neutral, quite warm shades. They actually seem a lot warmer on than what I got first impressions from the palette. And the Yes Please palette, which is being highly touted as a dupe palette for the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. So I am going to now go through all 3 of those palettes with swatches. If you don't want to see those swatches, I will leave a timestamp here, and I will come back at the end of those swatches with my thoughts. Okay guys, so they were the swatches of all the 3 palettes. I first would like to just touch on the Colourpop No Concealer. I have heard a lot of people compared this to the Tarte Shape Tape. I would have to say for me, it is quite similar as far as the consistency and the thickness and opacity of this concealer. I particularly like this colour, and the colour I got was Beige 25. I like this because it's got a slight peachy undertone to it, which is really good for my little dark areas that I have here. Particularly at the moment, I don't seem to be sleeping very well, and I have got very dark circles under my eyes. I do have the Tarte Shape Tape. I don't use it all the time. I do find it, you only need a tiny dot for coverage, especially for mature eyes. I really don't know how these girls get on that do this whole area of their face. I wonder what they look like an hour later, because even with me using just a dot on my eye and blending it out with a beauty blender, I still get creasing. So I find this concealer very similar in that respect. I do like the colour. When using it in conjunction with maybe another lighter concealer, it is really, really nice. And I mean, it's only $6 US, so you know, give it a go, because if you do like the Tarte Shape Tape, you might very well enjoy this concealer as well. When it comes to the palettes, I love the colours in this Dream Street palette. Unfortunately, I've tried to wear it several times. I bought this palette because of the teal colours in here. I was trying to be adventurous, outside of my comfort zone, and really, really wanted those to work. Unfortunately, when I have worn them, I feel like I've aged 5 to 10, even 15 years. I don't think they're complimentary on my mature skin, and I'm going to move this palette on because even though all these other shadows in here are very beautiful, I do have duplicates of them in my eyeshadow collection. So whether they're in my singles collection or other palettes, I do have these other shadows. And the reason I bought this palette was particularly for the teal shades, and I just feel like mutton done up as lamb when I've been trying to wear those colours. So I am going to move that palette on. Nothing against the palette, the colours just are not complimentary to moi. I was going to move this palette on until I did this eye look today. Looking at that and at swatching these shadows, I thought, oh, I've got all of those shadows, I've got them in my collection, I don't need it, I'll move it on. But I really enjoyed how these shadows applied today. I enjoyed the makeup look that I come up with, and so for the sake, it only cost me $16 US, and that it's in a nice travel friendly small palette, I'm going to keep this palette. Quite impressed with it. The Yes Please palette, I have to play with this a little bit more. I've only used it once. They are definitely colours outside of my comfort zone because they're a little bit more intense and a little bit more bright. Even the colours that I'm wearing today are a lot more impactful than the colours that I normally use, like my Makeup Geek in the Nude and the beautiful soft glam palette that I have fallen in love with, and even the Viseart Trist palette that I am enjoying at the moment. So these are definitely different colours for me, but I think they're really pretty, so I'm definitely holding on to this palette. Now, as you can see through the swatches, I must admit, I didn't think I was going to enjoy these palettes. I thought they swatched rather patchy. I didn't enjoy how they swatched with a brush, and I did think there was a bit of fallout with some of the colours, as I showed in the clips. However, If I had just based myself on the swatches, I would have said before using the palettes that didn't think they were that great. And I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that I'm quite spoilt with some of the brands that I have in my collection. I was really surprised today when I did this look here. I think I got put off a little bit because I used the Dream Street palette first, and because the colours didn't flatter me as much as what I felt they could do, I was sceptical about the other palettes. But after using the Double Entendre today, I actually think they're really good quality for the price. The way these blended they blended really easily. The pigmentation is quite outstanding for the price of the palette, and the shimmer colours, there's no way that I would think I would need to wet my brush to get the impact from the colours. So very, very impressed. I think for the price, I can see before using the palette on my eyes, I was wondering what the heck all the hype was about, because quite a few people that I watch on YouTube that I quite enjoy their opinions really loved these, and then when I sort of swatched them, I'm thinking, I don't see that in these palettes, but they apply totally amazing on the eye as opposed to what you see in the swatches. That was my Colourpop experience. If you enjoyed that, guys, please give it a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it. If you would like to see more videos from me, please click the subscribe button. That would be amazeballs. And I just hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later, guys. Bye.